Hey guys, for our Group 4 project, we are going to be going out to Aquaventure and we are going to take samples around the water park and compare the refractive index of the water samples from the park to normal drinking water and tap water.
This experiment was to find out how the refractive index of water from water in a water park differs from that of normal drinking water. And this relates to the global issue of water in the desert, as we are actually looking at how water is chemically changed when used for different purposes in a country that is a desert, which is the UAE. We met IB-AIM-7 as we used social media to communicate our ideas for this project, and that is a common 21st century communication platform. We also met IB-AIM-8 as we were critically aware of the ethical implications of using chlorinated water, which is the scientific technology involved within the water in water parks. And what happens is we discussed how ethically it could not be right, as they're using chemicals and many people believe that this could be very dangerous, especially for the little kids. But on the other hand, this could be ethically right, as this creates jobs, which helps the economy and helps people achieve a good source of income.
Physics plays a large role in other areas of knowledge, such as biology and chemistry. And the relationship between these three are very tight. For example, we're looking at the water at a water park, and from a chemistry point of view, you can look at this as water molecules and whatnot. And from biology point of view, you can look at this how this affects human beings. The influence physics, for example, has on biology is
This is the lab report overview. Our question was, how do different samples of water, being drinking water, water from kids' pool, and water from the lazy river, vary in terms of the refractive index? Here the independent variable is the sample of water and the dependent variable is the refractive index. The materials we used were a transparent glass, ruler, blue tack, protractor, and a laser. To conclude, the theoretical refractive index of normal water is 1.33, meaning that light travels 1.33 times faster in the vacuum than it does in water. However, from our experiment, we found that the refractive index of normal water to be 1.18, of the lazy river to be 1.21, and of the kids pool to be 1.24. However, this is highly inaccurate because the thickness of the glass, human error, and lack of trial.
So this is the angle of incidence. It's about 20 degrees, and I'm not sure if you can see the reflection at the bottom, but the angle of refraction is about 18 degrees.
Of the experiment were that we were able to work well together as a team, and we were able to display our physics knowledge through this simple experiment of mapping the refractive index. A weakness of our experiment was that we weren't able to get that many different samples of water, and we were not able to get many different independent variables. And my motivation for this was to do a simple physics experiment that could display my knowledge.
I think my strengths and how I contributed to the team overlap, so I'll be stating those first, then I'll be stating my weaknesses. So for my strengths, I think I actively participated in the experiment by suggesting new ideas, taking the initiative and responsibility to do the experiment at home, and I also tried my best to coordinate with my teammates as I listened to my teammates' ideas and I pushed them to work at their best. My weakness was that I lacked planning. I should have discussed the aims of the lab and the question in advance rather than discussing them at the last moment. I should have also divided the work equally such that no person is left with too much responsibility.
My strengths for this Group 4 project was that I was able to effectively take leadership of this team and collect all of the data required and all of the clips necessary and put it into the form of a video. I was also able to effectively coordinate with my team and make the team do what is required in an efficient manner. My weakness, however, that I felt is that we lacked on time for this project and our teamwork was a bit lacking than it should have been. The motivation for this project was simply that I love physics and want to involve a experiment which had physics in it. Thus, my Group 4 project.
We looked at the refractive index of water at the water park. I think that the best, or the skill I worked on the most during this project was collaborating and working with others. That's working with my group members. It's a skill I needed to improve on.